Welcome back to the biggest episode so far of the USF Bulls NCAA 14 Dynasty Rebuild. This week we are in the national championship against the USC Trojans, led by Heisman winner Caleb Williams. This is going to be exciting. If you watched the last one, you already know I am starting a rookie. God, I'm so used to the NFL terms. We're starting a freshman QB in his first ever start in the most intense game of his life. Now, the Trojans actually aren't even the highest overall. They're only at 93, which, keep in mind, I realize mine is 79, and I'm saying only 93. I thought they'd be a little bit better, but 93 is still going to be easily, by far and away, the hardest game we've played all season. And, they have 98 overall, Caleb Williams. He threw for 46. Well, he had 46 total touchdowns. Had 500 yards rushing and over 3,500 passing. He had 4,000 total yards and 46 total touchdowns. They have some talented players over there, man. They do have some injuries too. I have injuries on. I just haven't gotten hurt. This has been such a good season in that regard. They can't catch a break at right end. Oh my goodness. Some major injuries. Let's go ahead and get into this game, dude. Wow. The national championship in our first season, I wasn't expecting. Really wasn't expecting that. But it happened. We're pretty good at passing the football. Running it, not nearly as good. They're fantastic and better than us at both. So this should be a good game. We'll kind of watch this little pregame. They're saying number 8 gets like a major play, probably. That's interesting. We haven't played them, so these, in theory, would be clips of the game. Ooh, gonna be some words spoken by Batee. And I guess that's all the cinematic we'll get. Rose Bowl. Rose Bowl? What are you talking about? Rose Bowl, dude. That ain't the national championship, is it? I don't really know my bowl games, but that doesn't seem right. Probably just a little glitch. Yeah, BCS National Championship. That sounds right. And oh my God, they look fast. Oh man, I don't want to say my confidence is shot already just because of that. But holy God, that looked like it was a kick return touchdown to start the game. And perfect play by them to start the game. However, Austin Jones does get lit up there. Man, this is going to be tough. We got to play our best football if we want to stay in this one, man. Even to stay in it, we have to play our best football. Not just win. We're going to go down with Grier. Caleb Williams still falls forward for 4 yards. Okay. All right. Could have been worse. I mean, we have to be such severe underdogs. Like, can you? If I was seeing this in real life, we got a great tackle for loss there, by the way. If this happened in real life, right? With these two rosters that we're seeing, I would put so much money on USC for the money line. There's just no doubt. It would be pretty much a lock, as no one gets to the quarterback. Their offensive line is too good, man. And Mario Williams with a 27-yard reception. I mean, no one got pressure. Caleb Williams was able to stand in that pocket, calm and composed, as the first projected overall player in this upcoming draft would be able to, I would imagine. And wow. Drake May is actually projected to be a more typical NFL quarterback. As Caleb Williams is supposed to be, a much better improviser. But of course, being projected to be maybe one of the best touted prospects in an extremely long time, you would think he can do that, of course. That was an interesting play. That was an unbelievably dangerous throw, and he got away with it because his wide receiver just jumped up somehow and got it. I don't know how he did it, but he did. We got Jones. It's 3rd and goal. This could be a great stop if we get them to not go into the end zone. I missed the hit. It's a walk-in touchdown for Austin Jones. Man. I mean, giving up an opening drive touchdown, not ideal. All right. But I can't lie and say I didn't see it coming. It's going to come down to playing smart football. And that's what we're going to do, man. We're going to try. I can't help it if Chris Carter drops a, pass that ends up getting... Dude, Latrell, man, he wants these wins. But I can't help it if Chris Carter drops a pass that ends up as a pick, like it did in the last game. That's just pretty much out of my control. I mean, about as much as anything can be. So we have to hope our players step up. As Brian Battie gets his 5 yards there, he fought for him. I'm happy about it. It looks like someone's leg is maybe in about the worst possible position it could be. I'd hope that's not the case. And I don't notice any backups on the field unless it was like a lineman. As we're going to scramble here with Smith. He does have a little bit more speed. Even with this very athletic USC roster, he's able to break to the edge and get some room. Man, that was beautiful. That's why you want him starting, man. He's a little bit better at improvising. He's got a little bit more speed. We're going to switch to sticks, dude. We're going to roll out. And, dude, what a pass from our freshman. Coffrey Brown makes a man miss, gets it down to the 1. Jordan Smith, first pass of the game, makes as perfect of a pass as I could ever ask for. USC is not respecting our run game. Look at this blocking. Or look at this defensive line. Easy touchdown for Jaron Mangham, our power back. And we tie the game, dude. What a statement drive. Our backup QB has been on this roster all season. We never gave him the light of day because Bohannon projected to be lights out above everyone else. Oh my god, he bruised his ribs throwing that. I didn't even notice. We never gave him the chance until last game due to injuries. Or not due to injuries, what am I saying? No, due to poor performance from Bohannon. Dude, it's the national championship. Get your ass on the field as soon as possible. However, we're gonna need him to keep it up. What a hidden gem on this roster that I just never gave a chance. Didn't think I could afford to. And he's been so good. He's hit every pass. He hasn't missed one. He does have a pick. Wasn't his fault. Alright, I'm kind of dick riding a little bit. Let's back off. and try and actually make a defensive stop. We got close to only allowing 3. That would have been massive. Unfortunately, it just couldn't happen. Yeah, see, we set a QB spy. Okay, Caleb Williams. Thanks, dude. 36-yard run. Oh, man, this offense is going to be unstoppable. We're going to have to get lucky and hope the game just makes Caleb Williams throw a bad pass for no reason. Because we don't stand a chance unless we get lucky. Going to need a turnover more than anything, more than likely. We missed a hit. Austin Jones gets 13 yards, and it is 1st and goal for them. Just as quickly as we got a touchdown last drive, they're doing it too. We're just over 4 minutes into the game. There's already been 2 touchdowns, and there's about to be a 3rd unless we can get a stop here, man. And they actually run it. Boyles does get the tackle. We still gave up 5 as a team. Caleb Williams averaging over 11 yards per carry. I did not want to run nickel. Is this worth calling a timeout? I'm gonna run commit. Oh, I hit square and he just turned around and dove. Are you kidding me? We can't afford the game to do this to us in a game like this against a team this good. I switch on. I'm pointing it at the running back and I hit square. And he... What the fuck? I'm in disbelief. Wow. I mean, this game never ceases to really amaze me with stuff like that. But the thing is this team is so much better than ours. To pull off an upset, we can't afford to make mistakes on our own end. We can't afford for the game to do it for us. And that's what's happening. Their offense is so good, dude. It's going to take just unbelievable play by our offense to really keep up. And honestly, that's all we can hope for until they make a mistake. Is just to keep up. Someone should have blocked the dude on the left so I could have cut it more outside. Brian Battie gets 8 yards though. He hasn't gotten, a bunch of opportunities yet. But he's doing solid. As we go into the second quarter, down 1. However, we've shared, or they've had one more possession. This is our second. They've had 2 full ones. We're obviously still on this possession. Just got the ball. Put Coffrey on a slant. Streak. Square. And oh my goodness, can our QB get it there? No, he can't. It's not picked. Oh my goodness. The one downside to Jordan Smith is he has a noodle for an arm, dude. He has an absolute noodle. I recognize that Gary could be better to get passes like that off, and therefore, that reason alone, maybe should still be the starter. But I think Jordan Smith offers something for this team that kind of gives us more of an advantage than being able to bomb it deep. It's not like we really were able to bomb it deep anyways in the season. Ah, man, I hate that it's this run, dude. Can I switch it to power L? I feel like I could, but maybe not a good idea. We are going to go for it. It's going to be an easy scramble run for Smith. Big play, dude. That athleticism is that extra key that we need. And he's the one that can give it to us. It's so funny that 2 speed is the difference between Gary and Smith, but Smith just feels faster. And sometimes that's all it is. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the stat sheet. Sometimes it can just be, how it feels when you use them. And if he feels like he's faster and more agile, and clearly has been more accurate on the run throwing at least, then who am I to say he shouldn't start? I do make a bad decision there running directly into a big hit, especially when we've already been injured this game. I'm going to try and keep that in mind before I do that again. What should I run here, dude? I guess halfback base could be a decent option. Is Smith hurt? Nope, he's still on the field. Alright, we just have to hope this guard that's pulling blocks. Don't even have to worry about it. We cut it in. Nice 5 yards for Brian. Now that is the biggest thing with this freshman QB, right? Jordan Smith, noodle arm. We can't get it all in one play more than likely. It's gonna have to be like this if we're starting him. It's gonna be just dinking and dunking, trying to annoy the defense into letting us get down the field more than anything. And that is unfortunate to a degree, but I don't think it really matters if it's working. Yeah, that's unfortunate. The defensive end was just a little too close. I couldn't get a free throw off. Our guy was open in the flat there. Alright. This is a big down, dude. Very, very important down. I'm going to throw it to Little John, and it is a great pass. Great catch. Little John doesn't drop it. Chris Carter will. Alright. I mean, it's getting scary on some of these plays, but it's working. Little John again, dude. 10-yard reception. We're just marching down the field. One play at a time. Can I run it up the middle? Nope, it audibles to the same play I already called. Yeah, that's why I wanted to go up the middle. I just knew the blocking was going to be limited if I went to the outside, and we don't have enough of an opportunity to make a miss. Down to 2 minutes in this half. We chewed quite a bit of clock, which may not be good, especially when we're down. Dude, what a throw! Jordan Smith, man, poised as he's about to get absolutely cremated by that defensive line, and delivers a perfect pass. And a perfect pass to Jimmy Horn Jr. Dude, if you doubted the decision to switch from Gary, look at this drive and tell me that I made the wrong call. QB controversies are very real in real life and very real in this dynasty. Usually, when you do like a Madden rebuild or a rebuild in this game per se, it's pretty clear cut who you're gonna want. And it's all a game about overalls. There's not hot streaks and cold streaks really. So typically, it just never makes sense to switch to the backup unless there's a really good reason to. And that's where this is kind of bizarre that it's working out so well. I mean, on paper, Jordan Smith should be worse. He should. That's the fact of the matter. But he isn't. We forced a fumble. Austin Jones fumbled from the big hit, and that would have been a game changer. Absolute game changer. Biggest game in franchise history. In college football, this is as big as it gets, you know? And that happens. And we can't get it. And, dude, Caleb Williams, man, I swear my QB could never do that. I could have a 99. He'll never touch that level of skill. Antonio Grier, man. We got to use him. We got to capitalize. Throw route. Hansford can't get off his block. Caleb runs again, dude. If it's broke, or if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Seems to be the motto of him scrambling so far. Alright, come on. This is a big drive. If we give up points here, we're in a significantly worse situation as Caleb Williams gets sacked for 4 yards. Big play by Jatorian. This is a big play. If we can stop him here. Oh my god, I did it. He overran it. I was like, no way. We're about to give up a huge passing play. I was able to turn around and hit the wide receiver. Dropped catch. That's insane. That might be the most impressive thing I've done thus far in this series. That's insane. I'm so glad that worked. Put it outside with Luttrell. I don't want to waste time, but it doesn't really look like we are. We get some important yards there. We have 20 seconds to get in field goal range and take the lead before half. That would be unbelievably good. Coffrey Brown drops the pass. It was a pretty dangerous throw. I put the faith in Jordan Smith. He did deliver a good pass. Unfortunately, Coffrey couldn't hang on. Now this is a tempting situation to put Gary in, because he should have a better arm, you know? Oh my goodness. Somehow that worked. 11 seconds. That pass was so dangerous. Corner doesn't see it. We get away with it, but it was still a good pass, despite it being dangerous. That was about where it needed to be. Straight to Chris Carter. He doesn't drop this one. Tanks his way for a massive gain. We're, I think, in field goal range. I will call a timeout. I don't know if we're in field goal range. I'm going to go to formation. Go to I form. Is there a fullback run in here, or do I have to go all the way? I'm going to go to... That's not it. Where's goal line? I'm going to run fullback dive. I'm going to try and pick up a few more yards. Go to the left. Center the field goal just a little bit. Hopefully not take up too much time. Alright, we get 2 yards by Little John. And it's more centered. It's more doable, I guess, in theory. Can our kicker get it? Yes, he can, dude. I didn't know how good our kicker was. It's supposed to not be terrible, but that didn't look like it was going in if it was like 8 yards back. So you never know. We have the lead against the best team in the country at half, and we get the ball. Latrell gets his dreads pulled on in order to be tackled. It looks like, oh my god, that's insane. Jordan Smith, he's a redshirted freshman. He might be earning draft stock from this game right now. I don't really know what to do. I guess this is what we'll run. Coffrey Brown gets 9 there. Dude, Jordan Smith is dealing right now. And I gotta say, Chris Carter down the stretch has been terrible at catching passes. He's making a statement that it didn't matter in those games, because he's making them now. We do get that yard, which is good. Now the thing is we can't play this drive like, oh, we have the lead, let's just try and take as much time, because it's only a 3-point lead. Let's be real here. Alright, it's not like we're winning by a lot. And it's just as easy for us to lose this lead as we got it. Oh no. Oh my god, what a catch by Latrell. So, I'll explain what happened. There's a reason I lobbed it, and we got away with it. I'm going to just say Jordan Smith's the GOAT, regardless of whether this was a good pass or not. Look, what happened is I didn't want to bullet, because I didn't, right here I'm throwing, I thought if I bulleted it, it might just get intercepted by the dude running the opposite slant coverage. So I lobbed it, but I kind of was going more for a touch, but that doesn't exist in this game. So then it became the most dangerous pass I've ever thrown. But, I mean, Latrell somehow caught it. I don't know how. I see these wide receivers drop open passes and then do stuff like that. Ryan Battie, 8-yard run. That's what we need, just 8-yard runs. Maybe less dangerous passes than what I've already thrown. I think I already probably pushed my limits on what I should be throwing, as we're going to get some daylight. I could have maybe turned it up right. The problem is QBs fumble quite a bit, especially when I'm using them. So I'm going to take it easy. We're kind of driving with just the running plays at the moment. And unless they make me respect the fact that I can't just do that, I'm going to keep doing it. I might pass it here. Yeah, they're kind of flooded into the box a little bit. We're going to throw it to R1. Brown gets 3 yards. That puts him at over 100 receiving. He has over half our receiving yards on offense. Is this a bad time? Okay, we'll run read option. I like that. Read option is always really good, as long as they're not really in a formation that just completely shuts it down. Like, you see how that dude drove down? That's going to shut it down. He'll stop me pretty much no matter what. We're going to run this. And what a pass. What a catch. I can't believe this dude was backing up Bohannon all season. Bohannon started off pretty decent. I feel like he fell apart as the year went on. Jordan Smith, dude. I'm going to run this. Yep, nice 6-yard gain. Maybe I should have been chewing clock, dude. It was risky, especially that far in our own territory when I brought it up. But, I mean, we are just perfectly driving. I'm going to put Williams on a streak, despite realizing it's probably not going to work. It kind of did, actually. Of course, I'm not going to risk that. And what, dude, as scary as that was to try and convert, it was as perfect as it gets. And it works because of it. I'm going to switch this to a halfback run up the middle. 2-yard run for Brian Batiste. Should we do a fullback dive? I kind of don't like that call. This might have been worse. Do I do this? I'm going to do it then. I'm going to switch to this. Scramble. Right up the middle. Jordan Smith, 1-yard touchdown. We have a 2-possession lead against USC. Oh my goodness. There's no way. This team is good. This is not an easy game, but we are playing as perfect as I've probably played all year. Knock on wood, I do not want to jinx that. And for that reason, we're in a 2-possession lead against the #1 ranked team, dude. With Caleb Williams quarterbacking, I'd like to add. Alright. We got to dial in on defense. I can't remember. Have we given up? We haven't. Yeah, we made them punt, right? So they're not 100% on offense. Granted, the punt might have only happened because they were trying to go deep too much. So we really need to step it up regardless on defense, but the way I see it, right? I don't have to even be successful on offense if we can just stop their offense. Now, that's so much easier said than done. But it'll make my life easier if we can get it done. And oh my goodness, Caleb Williams runs into the defensive end running at him. And that's a sack, dude. He got pretty much tackled trying to rush. Gets up, has no quit in him. Caleb Williams just apparently wasn't ready for it. Runs straight into him. 3rd and 14. Maybe the biggest play of the game. Certainly a possibility. I tried to switch on and hit SWAT. I still should have let the computer do it, but I think I was burnt regardless. Dude, what a massive fail on our end. I can't believe they got that. We do get a tackle there on Austin Jones for 0 gained yards. Can they get this ball off before the end of the 3rd quarter? They're going to want to. They're running out of time. They do snap it. And dude, Caleb Williams just can't seem to maneuver in the pocket. He's proven that he can throw with composure in the pocket, but every time he tries to scramble, he's been running into his our D lineman or his own O lineman. We're going to give cushion, pass commit here. We want this stopped, and I maybe should have just kept going with it, but I knew if I kept going, that running back could have gotten the first. So I went back down to him. The safety had to cover 2 routes. Can't do it. They got a critical touchdown. And I mean, the thing is, right? Sure, I can sit here and go, man, if I play perfect football and I have a drive just like last time, I'm fine. I don't have to worry about it. The issue is, this team is so physically dominant compared to ours, athletically as well, that, I mean, I could fumble at any moment. I can't control that. I could play perfect. USC has hard hitters on their defense. Their safety's like their 2nd best player. So I kind of have to hope that doesn't happen. And just kind of play, hopefully smart football. I'm going to chew clock. We're down to, 4.5 minutes. Is that dangerous? Because what happens if I don't, drive down the field methodically? What if I get stalled out very quickly? then I'm just kind of hurting myself. That was scary. We get 5 yards. We do get out of bounds. Our quarterback seems fine. And I did run out of bounds, which stops the clock. No, it doesn't. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yep, we're going to run it. We're going to run it. And we're going to hand it off. Petit, first down, easy. 6-yard rush. They know we're running. They have to be prepared. They're pretty much running. Not quite 5 D linemen, but might as well be. I tried to cut it to the outside. What a mistake. I'm almost tempted to take off chew clock now because I do not want to chew all this time and not get this first down. I'll be setting them up with just enough time to drive with good pace. Never mind. Latrell makes another good play. Dude, he might be MVP of this game if it's not for Coffrey Brown as well as our QB. Our QB's been as good as it gets. Have we had any special performances on defense that I can think of? Our defensive end's been good. It really hasn't been his doing as much as Caleb Whitham's running into him. Nonetheless, I'll give him some credit. We get a 7-yard run. I just don't want to make a mistake. I really don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to throw an errant pass. We find Chris Carter there. I don't want to risk anything. I'm trying to play this as safe as I can. All right. 7 plays for 38 yards on this drive, and a lot of time chewed. We're making them eat their timeouts up too. 9 yards is literally perfect. That is as good as a play as it gets. We'll run this. They're not respecting the run. You know it's going to happen. You're running up in 3 down linemen. I understand the box is loaded, but dude, look at that. 10-yard runs. That's game. I can knee it. I think I can knee it. The QB or the coach doesn't seem to think that. I'm pretty sure I can knee it. Maybe I have to chew off a little bit more time, actually, now that I think about it. Oh my god, the game started kind of lagging there. I actually thought that was going to cost me the game. Like, it was going to freeze. I'd have been heartbroken. How do I... Clock management, okay. Here we go. We're going to QB kneel it out, dude. Unbelievable that we're about to beat USC. Unbelievable. I feel like I'm kind of not talking much, but it's because I seriously cannot believe it. We won the national championship in our first season. I didn't even think we would make, even if we went undefeated, I didn't think we would make, you know, our record would be good enough for it. I don't think we'll have enough time to snap it even for qualify that. That's game. University of South Florida wins the national championship in our first year as head coach. Play of the game. It's going to be that incredible catch by Tim Horn Jr. And what a throw. This QB played lights out. It was such a good game by him. I'm actually tempted to start him next season, even though we have an athlete that's better. I mean, you can't make up how well he played. For his first ever start, too. What a storyline, man. Wow. And really, we were going to be in field goal range there anyways, but that field goal to end the half really put us in the driver's seat where I felt comfortable playing the way we did, and it allowed us to play so safe. His stat line wasn't incredible. It's 15 completions, for 223 yards, 83% completion percentage, and only one touchdown. It wasn't like he played like, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, right? With the passing stats. Drew Brees would be a great example of that. It's not like he just lit up the stat sheet. He just played good football. He didn't make mistakes, and that was the issue we were having with Bohannon. Petit rushed for over 5 yards per carry, had 91 yards. He did so good. Mangham had a touchdown. And, of course, Jordan Smith, I mean, he rushed for 5 yards on average. One of those was a 1 yard rushing touchdown. Keep that in mind. As well as knee downs, right? I think he ran for way better than that stat sheet shows. Receiving, we did have 100 yards for Coffrey Brown. We had one touchdown to Horn Jr. And really just some not amazing stats, but they just played well. 2 tackles for loss for Hansford, 1 for Yates. All of those tackles that I just brought up were sacks, and then Grier got 2 tackles for loss. No interceptions, no deflections. However, LaPointe did force a fumble, which was cool. They just happened to recover. I mean, that's the national championship. We get a trophy in the trophy case at campus. And in one season, we restored life to a dying football team, dude. I can't believe it. We had to be such heavy underdogs going into that game. I guarantee it. The odds to win that were probably like 1 to like 50. You could bet $10 on us win 500. You could bet like 10 grand. Dude, 500,000, half a mil. Guarantee it. Only a 3-point win, and that's all it needed to be. Wow. I'm seriously so impressed. I don't want to pat my own back or anything, but I'm gonna be honest. I feel like out of all the games that I needed to play as good as I did, that was the one, and I did it. That had to be my most talented game. Now, Bohannon breaks the record. Yeah, the record. Bohannon breaks the record for most passing touchdowns in a season by a lot. Weaver breaks the record for most receiving yards in a season, as well as touchdowns. And Bohannon, I mean, crucial part for the season. He did his part to get us where we needed to be. We just put our trust in a backup, and it worked. I could do the off season in one video. Should I? What is next week? Advance to end of season. We'll go ahead and click this. I'm curious. Why is it saying Air Force? Okay, we won the national championship. That's 2000. Coach of the year we won. Won a bowl game. Undefeated in a conference. Ranked top 5 in rushing yards allowed. First team All-American. We had 3 first team All-Americans. How do I see that? View the contract. We are safe. Last year we were 3-9. I come in and I bring us to 13-0. Who wants to hire us? Alabama? Wait, what? I'm so confused. Can we go to Alabama? I'm not going to. That completely defeats the purpose of this series, but interesting that I could, I suppose. I wanted to see. Can I not see who was an All-American? I guess not. If I had to guess, it was probably maybe a linebacker, probably our defensive end. I'd say it was probably Boyles, our defensive end. I don't think it would be anyone on offense, dude. I don't think we had a stud on offense. Maybe it's both linebackers. I'm honestly not sure. Players leaving. Oh, we get to see if we have any players that are leaving. Should I just do it all in one video? It's 40 minutes. Dude, honestly, why not? I don't really feel like doing a whole separate video for the off season because the off season, okay, it's just giving me random team logos for my. What? What? I'm on Alabama now? I didn't want to be on Alabama. No shot. No shot. Exit Dynasty. Do not tell me. Don't tell me it's saved. Are you kidding me? There's no way. I hit circle. I did not hit X on any screen there. Okay. Um, interesting. Interesting. That is actually going to be the end of the video because I don't know what to do. I wanted to build around the players. I'm so confused. I'm going to see if there's any way I can undo this or go back or be a new coach for them. Thank you for tuning in. That was an awesome game. It was phenomenal. I'm so happy with how the season ended. I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on. Thank you for tuning in. I will hopefully catch you. Hopefully there's another episode. I guess we'll just have to see.